When it comes to getting an avoidant to open up, I think a lot of anxious people are like, how can I do this? How can I do this? How can I get them to open up? And there's actually something that I think so many anxious people are already great at, that they already do well, that is so powerful in getting an avoidant to open up. And it's a trick and an ace that you have up your sleeve that really mesmerizes and seduces an avoidant person. It's kind of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I want to talk about in this video. A very powerful tool that you already know how to do if you're anxiously attached. And I want to give an anecdote of a time someone did this and I was just like immediately like mesmerized by them and obsessed with them. Also, in the spirit of embracing our strengths and superpowers from our attachment styles, check out my shop for some self-love, self-validating goodies that reflect back to you the pride you should feel about who you are. Stop shaming yourself. You're doing great, sweetie. If you're brand new here, my name is Wanda. Welcome to Confessions of an Avoidant. I'm here to be your avoidant friend who leans secure, who can clear up misconceptions and misunderstandings about avoidance. I do want to always remind people that I'm happy to be your avoidant friend. I love self-help and working on myself, and so many avoidant people are just like me. They love to have thriving relationships and understand how to improve their relationships and how to work on subconscious patterns that they have. But at the end of the day, the most powerful thing that anyone watching these videos can do is give that same love and attention to your own subconscious patterns. Like, no amount of learning about another person is going to heal unhealed things that you're neglecting looking at in your own subconscious patterns. Okay, so what am I talking about? What is this thing that anxious people already do really well that really mesmerizes avoidance? It is, a lot of you are good at leading a conversation as the more competent communicator with being vulnerable first. A lot of people think that in order to get an avoidant to open up, they have to buy a course from some dating coach who's like coaching you and with 10 programs or something, 10 chapters, how to unlock the heart of an avoidant, when a lot of anxious people already have this skill. You're good at connecting with people. You're more competent at opening up and having conversations and really wanting to have emotional depth with your friends, family members, people you date. And as long as you tap into that power of leading conversations with vulnerability, as someone who's competent at being vulnerable, then you're leading by example to an avoidant person who doesn't have practice with that, or maybe feels scared to do it and open up. You know, avoidants, we're often going through life feeling a bit starved of really deep emotional connection, really feeling like other people understand us, like we can truly let someone into what's going on in our inner world. And so when someone makes us feel like we're safe to do that, it is so powerful. You're making them feel like it's okay to do it because you're doing it. And the reason I felt like making this video is because I was watching another video recently about masculine, feminine energy. I'm always watching videos about masculine, feminine energy because a lot of this stuff applies to attachment styles. And I was watching this video that was all about how to like get someone in general to open up who has masculine energy patterns. And I do think that a lot of masculine energy patterns have overlap with avoidant patterns. A lot of masculine energy patterns can sometimes present as having, suppressed emotion, being scared of talking about your feelings, feeling like you have to be hyper protective of yourself, defensive of your emotions, maybe a little sensitive to criticism due to struggling to talk about your feelings and emotions. And it was saying this very thing, that it's a very powerful thing that if you're the person who doesn't feel hyperprotective and defensive with emotional vulnerability, then all you have to do is lead by example to someone who is scared, and it makes them feel more safe. A lot of avoidant people, we love when we connect with someone who makes us feel like we're in a safe space and we're safe to open up to because they've opened up and they've made it seem so easy. So I want to give a little anecdote of a time someone did this. And I was just like, so mesmerized by them. So I went to this bar once and I was watching my favorite football team, Tottenham Hotspur. Well, in the United States, it's soccer, but I live in Europe and the rest of the world calls it football. So I went to this bar, I was watching the game, and also we were playing our arch nemesis, Arsenal. Ugh. So anyway, this guy walks in and he is also like me wearing a Tottenham jersey. So immediately I'm like, oh my God, my people. Also, of course, he was like very attractive. And we just started talking while we were watching the game. And so then I was ordering another drink and I don't remember what I said. Maybe I asked him like, oh, are you going to have another drink? And he said to me that he doesn't drink and he stopped drinking because he was struggling with alcohol issues. And then he went on to tell this story about how he had this, he was at a wedding and he just like blacked out and passed out or something at a wedding and he felt really embarrassed. And after that, he was like, I know I have a problem. And he swore off drinking. And at that day that I met him, I don't remember actually. I don't remember how many days sober he was, but he was X number of days sober. It was really, really impressive. And he just shared that. He didn't like do any emotional dumping about how, he had struggled with alcoholism since he was 14 because his dad used to hit him or whatever, and then his mom left him. Like he didn't like go into like his whole life story, but he just told this very short, very vulnerable story. It was short and concise. It made sense to the thing that we were talking about before he told the story, which was ordering another drink. I immediately felt connected to him because even though I don't know what it's like to struggle with an addiction, I don't know what it's like to have like a problem get so bad that you pass out in a wedding in front of a bunch of people and you feel like you've hit like a rock bottom. Like, I don't know what that's like, but I do know what it's like to be in rock bottom in other ways in my life. I do know what it's like to struggle with other things regarding mental health. And so I just immediately felt like we could have a real conversation. Like I can really talk to this guy about stuff. And I just was like, wow, I was not expecting that. I just remembered being so instantly impressed and extremely attracted to him. It just immediately made me want to open up too, almost like I owed it to him. And I remember that we just talked about so many things. Now that I think about it, a lot of people that I've dated have been really, really good at this, just leading with openness and vulnerability first, and like not overthinking it, like not overdoing it, not even oversharing, but just being that more competent communicator. I'm not saying that this would work on every avoidant. Again, avoidance and all attachment styles and everything in life really is a spectrum of presentation of mild to severe. So I'm not saying this will work on everybody, but I do think that this is a powerful communication tool that a lot of anxious people already know how to do, and they do organically and they do without thinking. And sometimes when you're overthinking how to get someone to open up, sometimes you don't even have to think so hard about what to do. Just do what you're naturally good at. At the end of the day, attraction is all about someone who's attracted to the things that you naturally already do and are naturally already proficient at. But if you do feel like you could use a little more help with navigating conversations with an avoidant person, whether it's asking for more quality time or getting them to open up and other stuff like that, I do have a free script guide for communicating with avoidance, having certain conversations that you feel like maybe you're dreading a little bit. It is free at the link below. And I hope you guys like this video. And if you did, please like it. Please click the like button and please subscribe if you haven't and you find yourself watching all my videos, and I'll see you in the next video.